By now, everyone knows that Joe Biden has pardoned his son, Hunter, in corrupt fashion, but here's what's refreshing about all this. Democrats are actually roasting him for it. Here's one of them.
The special counsel who brought these felony charges against Hunter Biden, for which a jury of his peers found him guilty of, and brought the charges to which he pled guilty. I don't think there's any indication that the special counsel was motivated by politics. And I think Senator Bennett got it right. And as a member of Congress, I'm pretty angry because it's going to be incredibly important that political leaders of both parties stand up for the independence of the Department of Justice, stand up to these attacks suggesting that the Department of Justice has become politicized and needs to be dismantled, or the FBI needs to be dismantled. We need to stand up and fight for the independence of the Department of Justice. And I think you're going to see a lot of other elected officials feeling the exact same way I do, which is we respect President Biden, we respect his term in office, but on this one, I think he just got it wrong and may in fact do longer term damage by suggesting that that the special counsel engaged in politics in the prosecution of Hunter Biden. I think that could do some real long-term damage to the Department of Justice at a time when the Department of Justice needs people to stand up in defense of them and their independence.
So at first you hear what that guy is saying and you think, okay, nice, like he's actually being honest for a chance, because that doesn't happen very often for Democrats, and he is, and that's good. But it is very clear that this man is wanting to be reelected because he's in Arizona, which is a swing state, and he is stating the obvious about what's going on with the corruption in the Democrat Party. And it's obvious, but it's also good, and it is. And that's the good thing. But there is a bad thing about what he's saying, and it's actually very, very bad, and few conservatives are really picking this up, and they should. The reasoning that he is giving for why he's mad at Joe Biden is actually quite frightening, because he is mad because of what Biden said in his statement that he came out with when he said that he was pardoning Hunter Biden. Biden, in that statement, said that he's pardoning Hunter because the DOJ is politically motivated. That's what Joe Biden said. And here's what's funny about that is MAGA looks at that and they go, oh, I guess if we could agree with Joe Biden on one thing, we agree that the DOJ is politically motivated. Like, we're actually on the same page there. But that is what this Democrat cannot stand. So in other words, what Joe Biden is saying is the DOJ is corrupt. And in other words, he's saying exactly what Donald Trump has been saying this whole time. And this congressman is pissed at Biden because he essentially gave up the act completely. Biden is basically admitting that the DOJ is corrupt, which is exactly what Trump has been saying the whole time, that they're politically motivated, that they're just going after Donald Trump. And Biden turned around and said the same thing, and this congressman is very mad because now there's nothing. What do they talk about with Donald Trump? When Donald Trump comes out and says, yeah, I mean, it doesn't really matter because Donald Trump can pardon himself at this point. But in any case, when Donald Trump comes out and says, yeah, all this crap was just politically motivated, Democrats can't be like, no, because guess what? The leader of the Democrats are saying the exact same thing, and the congressman is pissed. And so it points out how double-sided this congressman truly is, but it also points to how scary and powerful the bureaucracy is, because you got to listen to what the words that he was using. This man wants people to completely trust the DOJ. That's what he says in that video. And the words that he uses are that he wants the independence of the DOJ. And you hear that at first, and it sounds okay. But it's actually a really scary statement, because there are three independent branches of our government. Let's just take stock. What are they again? The FBI, the CIA, and the DOJ, right? If you're Democrat elite, that's actually what you probably think. But obviously, the legislative branch, the judiciary, and the executive, and the DOJ fits under the executive branch. Therefore, they're not independent. They're under one of the independent branches of government. Therefore, again, by definition, they're subsidiaries of the executive, which is the president. They're not independent. Frankly, the DOJ really shouldn't exist at all, because I've yet to hear, and maybe you could put in the comments, why the DOJ needs to exist. Like, what is the point of all of it? None of it makes sense. Like, what? And if it does exist, then kind of almost counterintuitively, it should be all about the president. It almost should be politically motivated in some ways. Because at the end of the day, if it's politically motivated and okay, Biden, Merrick Garland, they're one and the same, then Merrick Garland actually has accountability because he has accountability through Joe Biden. In other words, if we don't like Merrick Garland, we vote out Joe Biden. The same could be true for Donald Trump. Again, I don't think they should really exist, but at least there's accountability there. But no government agency can be independent because that means they're unaccountable completely. And as you might have noticed, you've never voted for Merrick Garland, never once, which by definition makes him completely unaccountable. He has no one to account for. He just got put there. I guess he accounts to Joe Biden. But even here, Joe Biden is saying he's politically motivated. And you didn't vote for any member of the DOJ. It's not just Merrick Garland. Because again, they're not even supposed to exist in our government system. Our founders never even thought this up because it's so ridiculous. But this Democrat wants them to be completely untethered from accountability. And he's literally saying it right there. He says he wants them independent. In other words, all that talk from Vivek Ramaswamy about there being 4 branches of government, it's true. And they want it that way. That's what he's saying. Independent. Again, there are 3 independent branches of our government. And what this Democrat is saying is that he wants a 4th. And that's scary, scary business. So props to him, I guess, for saying that Biden shouldn't have done all of this. I guess. But as someone in my comments pointed out, this was never the plan. The plan was for Kamala Harris to win the election, and then she would pardon Hunter Biden. That would probably look a lot better, but that didn't work out. And so Biden had to do it right before he left office, and now it looks a whole lot worse for Democrats than if Kamala Harris had just done it. If you're a true conservative, guys, you need Daily Wire Plus. You've heard about it all over, but right now it is 50% off for Cyber Week. It ends at the end of the week. You support my channel by going to the link in the description below, using that link and getting that 50% off. You get everything that Daily Wire Plus has to offer, including all of Jordan Peterson's brand new content. Am I Racist? What is a Woman? All their fantastic documentaries. Again, the link is in the description below. Go check it out right now. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you haven't already, go down below, like the video, subscribe to my channel, and watch another video.